right, good morning. Injuries, T-Rap will be out. Christian Benford still in concussion protocol, also has a personal situation going on that he's tending to, so he will not be at practice today. He's been excused. And then Milano and Taron Johnson will be full. We'll see how they do today and leading into the game.
Do you expect Christian to be back with the team tomorrow?
I do. We'll see where it goes.
And then just from
And
Cole,
potentially even this afternoon. We'll see how it goes, yeah.
And then with Cole, just what have you seen from him this week? And I guess going back to his performance when he had to come in for Taylor during the game last week, like what's your confidence level in Cole?
Yeah, it's high. You know, he's a young player, but at the same time, he's grown, right? He went through an injury in training camp, missed a lot of time. That set him back, set his growth back, delayed it at least, and then came in and he's grown through each experience, you know, confident he'll continue to do that moving forward.
With Christian and the concussion protocol, Ray kind of went through a similar situation last week. What is the protocol called for? Like how long or how much up to game time can you make that decision?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of layers on that, so I'm not really. It's not really probably my spot to go into that. He's in the protocol. That's where he is, and I just have to leave it at that. And there is a progression, like you're saying, and I'm with you on that. It takes some time.
Sure. Sean, I'm sure it's been all hands on deck this week, but have you found like a quiet moment to reflect on what this week has kind of been like for you personally?
Probably not too much, really. Being totally honest with you guys, it's a busy week. You know, you're trying to you know, put together a good plan, make sure the players are in a good spot. So maybe this evening a little bit, get a chance to just sit back or sit down and get some family time would be good for me.
For Cole to watch him this week, obviously Taylor hasn't been practicing. How big is that for him to get those first team reps and kind of go into the game? I know all players prepare like they're going to play, which is a great mindset. But when you're getting those reps, how big of a difference is that in week?
No, that helps. That definitely helps. It's different for every player, but a young player in particular to get those reps, knowing that he's going to be in the lineup is big.
John, along those lines too, just having Micah back in that room too, just how much assurance can that just give for Cole to kind of pick his brain as he gets ready for this opportunity?
No, and that's big. I think Mike has been in a few of these games, 3 or 4 of them himself, and that experience alone, plus the just experience of, hey, when the coaches aren't around, Mike is spending some time with Cole, and just, you know, like anything else, right? It's not being afraid to ask a question maybe you don't want to ask, or you feel like you've asked enough. We've all experienced that growing up, and just to have someone you can confide in a little bit, it certainly helps.
Sean, you hear Josh talk about how in seasons past maybe he flips that ball to James Cook down by the goal line. You hear Amari Cooper talk about putting the ego aside for the sake of the team. What can you say about this team's maybe maturity? And you guys, I'm sure, had maturity in past seasons, but the way it stood out this year as maybe a factor in you guys that you guys have made this year.
Yeah, I mean, they make it about the team, and I appreciate that. Don't take it for granted whatsoever. And it is a maturation for some, and to some extent for others where they're at in their careers of, hey, I haven't been able to get to this spot, or I know, you know, the days are winding down a little bit, or the years are winding down, and just saying, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to make it about the team, and that's so important.
Good. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.